Hello there, just a quick video to show you this solar light. Bought them as a twin pack about 5 years ago. So first of all, I'll just show you the different sides of this and the different functions and so on. So this is the front panel, which has the 78 LED lights on there. And if you're a bit nerdy like me, you can count them if you like. That's 6 by 5 there. Same there, so that's 30 each side, which is 60, and then 5 there, which is 70, 4 and 4, so 78 altogether. Okay, and in the middle there, this is the motion sensor, and just below that, if I zoom in a bit more, you can see this little button just here, and that's the button to switch it on and also to cycle through the various modes you can set it to. Okay, so I'll show that in a moment. And then on the top here, which will be the top when it's fitted upright like that, is the solar panel across there. Looks like the familiar style of solar panel on there. And on the back, it's just blank basically, just screw holes there where the back's fitted on. No buttons or switches, anything like that. And the 2 holes at the top there are for fitting it to wall or fence, whichever way you're going to set it up. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you the different modes on here by pressing this button. To do that, I'll need to cover the solar panel up because it only comes on at all if it's darkness. So to make it think it's dark, I'll just cover it up with this piece of black rub like so, and I'll keep it to one side like this, so that when I'm showing you the various mode, this motion sensor is out of the way of me moving my head or anything in this direction behind the camera. Okay, so to switch it on initially, you press the button and hold it for about 2 seconds. And it flashes twice like that. So that's on the first mode, which is off without activation, without any movement. And then bright, as it is now, for about 17 seconds after it sensed movement. So that's because I was moving my hand around a few moments ago. So it's now on bright mode, and that'll go off anytime about now. That's it, after the 17 seconds. So just to show you, they can vary, things like this, electronic things. But just to show you on this timer, there we go, it's come on again now. What I'll do is I'll just press the start button on this timer. Next time I move my hand in front of it, so you can just see how long it stays on for. As I say, I think it can vary with these kind of things by a few seconds either way, but let's see how long it stays on for when I move my hand in front of it here. There we go on the timer. So when I've tested before, it's about 17 seconds on this mode, and also on the next mode, which is slightly different, but when it goes on to bright, on either mode, it's 17 seconds roughly. That one just over 18 seconds. Okay, so that's the first mode. So it's off like so when there's no movement, on when there's movement in front of it. Just move my hand then, so it's come on again. Okay, so the next one, if you click this button one more time, it flashes like so, and that's on to the next mode. So that's on dim now at the moment. And if there's movement in front of it, it goes bright. So because my hand moved just then, it's now on bright as it was before, and you'll see after the 18 seconds, it'll go to dim mode, and that's normal on dim, there it goes. So it'll stay on dim like that all the time while it's dark, unless there's movement. So again, if I move my arm in front of it, I'll just show the timer again. So there, it's on bright, and that should be about 17-18 seconds again, just like the previous mode we tried it on. So just to reiterate, this is dim when there's no movement and it's dark, bright when there is movement while it's dark. It only comes on at all. There we go. That was about 18, I think. It's just forgot to switch that off then. But you get the idea, it's best part of 20 seconds. Okay, and then if we click it one more time, it flashes like that each time you change modes, and that's on dim just constantly. So whether there's movement or not, it just stays on that dim mode. I don't know whether this looks dim on the camera or not, because it might look bright whichever way, but I can tell you in real life that's sort of half brightness roughly by looking at it compared to the bright mode. So if I move my hand in front of it now, you can see nothing changes, nothing happens. And if I leave it for 20 odd seconds, just get the timer in again. Okay, so move my hand there, nothing happens, put the timer on, and nothing will continue to happen. It'll just stay on dim on this mode as it is there continuously until either the battery runs out through the night or it's sunrise, whichever comes first. And of course it'll charge up again with daylight through the next day. So you can see there that it's gone over well over 20 seconds now and it's still on. And as I say, that's just a constant dim mode. And if you press it again, it goes back to the start, which is off. So one click and that's off now. So that won't come on whether or not there's movement or whether it's day or night. That's just completely off now. Okay, so I've got this, as I say, this comes in a pack of 2. I've had this up for 5 years along with the other one, which is still on my fence. Just taking this down for the video here. And they've been really good, haven't had any problems with them. The sensor is very sensitive, which is why I had to turn it away from me then, because even moving sort of here, near it, will set it off. I'll just show you that actually while we're here. So if you hold that for a couple of seconds, it should come on. Actually, I've forgotten to put that there, haven't I? That's why it's not coming on, because it thinks it's daylight, which it is, sort of. So there it is, we've got it back on again. I'll just put it there, and then I'll show you when it goes off how sensitive it is. Okay, so it seems to be, I'd say at least 20 feet away it comes on. I think it seems like a lot more than that actually, but it is very sensitive, which is good. I've had some other mates which you have to walk quite close to them to activate it. So I'll just move my hand now here, and you can see even that angle just to the side, it came on. I know that's very close obviously, but that's the best way I can demonstrate it at the moment. Okay, and I'll just switch that off again, so I'll go through the motions there, and then that last one's back to off. Okay, it's recommended that when you first get these, you leave it in this mode off and in a bright place. So when I first got them, I left it on a window ledge like this till the next day, and then fitted them. As far as I remember, they did come charged to some extent. There's no battery indicator on them. There's nothing like that. So it's just a case of whether they work straight away if you cover this up and then press the buttons as we've been through to see if there's already a charge in there. But otherwise they should charge up fairly quickly in a bright place. If you can hold back the excitement of fitting them in your garden or wherever they're going to go, in your backyard, terrace, etc. So they give a very good light. As I say, 78 LEDs, extra bright. The motion sensor's nice and sensitive, and it's good to have this button on the front, because I've had some in the past which have the equivalent modes, but they have a switch on the back, which is awkward because then once it's screwed to a wall or a fence or whatever, you'd have to unscrew it and take it off to change the modes. So this is much handier. Okay, so I'm really pleased with them. 5 years, still going strong. Yeah, you can read the review to go with this. I'll put some details in there which I may have forgotten about to mention in this video. Okay, hopefully that's helpful to some extent and it wasn't too boring or too exciting. So thanks for watching, take care, bye bye.
mètres. Ouais, 10 mètres. Super.
Keeps dying.